Hello dear children, once again welcome back you all for the online classes. So you all know that now we are discussing about the motion and time. So in our yesterday's class we have discussed about how to plot the line graph. Okay. So you understood what are the steps to be followed to draw or to plot a line graph. So first we have to observe the data, and according to that we have to take the scales. So x-axis 1 centimeter equal to how many kilometers we have to take, or how many minutes we have to take, and y-axis if we have taken the distance along the y-axis, so how many kilometers for 1 centimeter. So likewise we have to take the convenient distances, so the convenient measurements as per the distance given and as per the sheet available for us. So by that how to plot the graph we understood already, and you know what are the parameters we have to understood. So that to plot the graph you need the distance and time, and also you need the scale, and by that you can draw the distance time graph on the sheet, on the graph sheet. Okay. So yesterday what we have discussed, the values what we have taken, the data which is given, it is very simple, so that we can easily plot the graph. But some always taking the scale is not easy, because there only 1 minute, 2 minutes will be there, and the distance will be 1 kilometer. It will go on in the ascending order. But every time the same thing will not happen. So sometimes it may cover the larger distance. So say for example, if this is given in your textbook before only, so in the page number, the data is given in the page number 151. Okay, the table number 13.5. So odometer readings are given. So if we take the example of that table, so there the distance is there till 80 kilometers. Okay, yesterday I have said about this. So 80 kilometer distance means, suppose if you are provided with a sheet, so that is not sufficient. Suppose if we take here when it is given 80 kilometers, so that time also if we take the y-axis, the scale in y-axis as 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer, how many divisions you need here? Yes, you need 80. So 1 kilometer, 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer means you require 80 centimeters here. But do this sheet is having 80 centimeters? No, it is not that much large sheet. So it is having only less number of centimeters. So that according to this convenience of the sheet, how much space we have in this sheet, so according to that we have to take. And always whenever we have to take the scales, it should be like this. We have to utilize the maximum quantity of this paper, the space which is there. So maximum space we have to utilize. So likewise we have to take the readings. Suppose if you draw only in some corner of this graph, it won't look good, right? So that, and also sometimes it will make some jumbleness will be there in this. But that should not be happen. So always when you want to take the scale, it should be like this, you know. You have to utilize the maximum space of this sheet. So likewise you have to take the scales. So that what happens when we utilize the large space of the sheet, it will be clear also and it looks good also. So that you can get the clear idea. So how much values we have taken along the x-axis and along the y-axis, and how 13.5 the odometer readings, but I will write only the time and the distance. I will not take this odometer reading, that is not necessary. Now to plot the graph. So here time, okay, AM, and distance from the starting point. Distance from the starting point. So here we can make the column. Okay. And then I will write the values given here. So 8 AM. 8 AM the distance covered is 0 kilometer, and 8:30 AM the distance covered is 20 kilometer, and 9 AM the distance covered is 40 kilometer. So likewise 9:30 AM the distance covered is 60 kilometer, and 10 AM the distance covered is 80 kilometers. So these are the readings which are given in your textbook, that is in table number 13.5. 13.5. So now we have to plot the distance time graph to these values. So now we can draw the distance time graph. So first we have to draw the y axis is, and then the x axis. So you have to use the scale to draw the lines so that you can get the accurate results. So here this is time, okay, that is in minute, and here along the y-axis, this is y-axis and this is x-axis, and along the y-axis we have taken distance, that is in kilometers, okay. So now we have to take the scale, okay. Taking the scale is very important. So see the time 8 AM, 8:30, 9, 9:30 means here the 30 minutes difference is there, okay. In each, wherever the Paheli, wherever she count the distance covered by the bus, so she took the readings after every half an hour. So for each half an hour she took the reading, means here the time is 30 minutes each. The difference is 30 minutes. So here along the x-axis the scale. So for x-axis we can take 1 centimeter equal to 30 minutes, okay. So 1 centimeter equal to 30 minutes. Suppose if we take 1 centimeter equal to 1 minute, what happened here? Is from the 8 means 8:30 only, here 30 minutes are there. So our sheet is not that much large to mark the 30 minutes reading. So that we have to take 1 centimeter equal to 30 minutes along the x-axis. And along the y-axis what we have to take? Y-axis is equal to, so see here, so every half an hour when she calculated the distance covered by the vehicle, so this will be 20 kilometers. So it requires 80 centimeter. To mention the 80 kilometers, our graph should require 80 centimeter. But the provided graph will not having this much, means the provided graph will be not large as much of having the 80 centimeters. So that now we have to take 1 centimeter equal to 10 kilometer. Right? So if it is not convenient to take 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer, then we have to take the extra, means the highest reading we have to take. So then how can we take that? So 1 centimeter equal to 10 kilometer. So along the y-axis what we can take? 1 centimeter equal to 10 kilometers. 1 centimeter is 10 kilometers. We require only 8 centimeters, so that much is sufficient. We have that much sufficient graph. So now we can plot the graph. So here we take this as the origin O. This point is the origin. And here what we have taken? One along the x-axis. 1 centimeter equal to 30 minutes. Now we can mark 1 centimeters. Okay. So here we can take 8 a.m. right? It is 8 a.m. and now it is 8:30, 9:30 and 10. So like these readings we have to write. And here what we have taken along the y-axis, 1 centimeter equal to 10 kilometers. Okay, 1 centimeter equal to how much kilometers we have taken? 10 kilometers. So now how can we write that? Again we can mark till 8 centimeters. Okay, 8 centimeters. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So that we have written here the values. Now I will write this little bit upside so that it will be convenient. So the scale, x-axis 1 centimeter equal to 30 minutes and y-axis 1 centimeter equal to 10 kilometers. Okay. So now see, initially at 8 o'clock, how much distance it has covered at 8 o'clock? Yes, it is 0 kilometer because initially 8 o'clock the bus will be in the rest position, means it is in the stationary position. So that time it covers only 0 kilometers. So at the 8 a.m. so it will be 0 kilometers. Okay. And at 8:30 a.m. it reaches 20 kilometers. Yes, it is 8:30. So it reaches 20 kilometers. So here we can mark 20 is here. Exactly you have to write. So you can use the scale so that you will get the accurate results. And then at 9 o'clock, how much it is? 9 a.m. 40 kilometers. Okay. This for 9 a.m. is there here and 40 kilometer it has covered. Okay. 9 a.m. 40 kilometers. Okay. And then at 9:30 it covers 60 kilometers. 9:30 60 kilometers. Okay. And at 10 it covers 80 kilometers. At 10 it has covered 80 kilometers. So this is what the distance covered by the vehicle. Okay. So now if we plot a graph, we will get a straight line. Okay. So if we plot a graph, okay, so that we will get a straight line. If you plot a graph, if you use the scale, you will get the accurate straight line. So now this is what a distance time graph, what we can plot. So how to plot? After this you can know how to plot the graph. Now what I said, using this distance time graph, even we can calculate the distance covered by the vehicle at any instant of time. ಯಾವ ಟೈಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಟೈಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಆಗೈತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Now for example, if we want to calculate or if we want to know the distance covered by the bus at 8:15 am. So how can we calculate that? So think that, so 8:15 means it will be in between 8 and 8:30, right? So here it will be 8:15. So mark it as A. And how much distance it has covered in at 8:15 am. So for that, now we have to draw a perpendicular line to the x-axis and parallel line to the y-axis. So and now we have to mention it as T. Okay. And then we have to see. So here it is A. So from this we have to draw a perpendicular line. Yes. And then we have to draw the parallel line to the x-axis. Okay. So this is the parallel line. So now here we can mention it as T, where it intersects, and here we can mention it as B. Okay. So now we can calculate that at 8:15 am. So it has covered 10 kilometers. Means in 15 kilometers it has covered 10 kilometers. So likewise, can you now measure the time for 9:45? Yes, for 9:45 how many kilometers? So here it will be 9:45. Okay, now mention it as C. Now calculate, now perpendicular line you can draw here. Okay, this is the perpendicular line to the x-axis. And then if you draw a parallel line here, sorry. So here the C is there. So just draw a perpendicular line here. Okay. And then join this. So here it is 70. So that at 9:45. So here you can take any letter P, and if it is D. So that at 9:45 it has covered 70 kilometers. So likewise, you can able to calculate the by using the distance time graph. You can able to calculate the distance covered by an object at any instant of time. Okay. So this is how the distance time graphs, they will be helpful in various, means they will provide the various information about this. And even with this we can also calculate the speed also. Yes, if you know the distance and time, you can easily calculate the speed, right? So for that I will give one more tabular column. Now I will give one more tabular column, that is time and distance. So time in minute and distance in kilometer. So now here you have to find out the speed of an object by using the graph. Okay. Now, so here the readings given are like this: 0, 1, 2, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And here the distance covered: 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. So these are the distance covered by an object. So now we can plot the distance time graph for these readings. So the time is given, that is 0 minute, 5 minute, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And the distance covered by the vehicle or the object in this given time is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. So from the 0, from the initial position, means from the stationary position, so it has covered this distance even in this time intervals. Okay. So now we can draw the distance time graph. So now you use the scale when you are drawing the graphs. So here it is the distance and it is the time. S, it is x axis and it is y axis. Okay, just you can write y. And it is position O. And here the scale, taking the scale is important. So now the readings, means here each is having the 5 minutes difference. So now the scale what we can take here, the scale. So here along the x axis we can take 1 centimeter is equal to 5 minutes. Okay. It is what? The time. The x axis, it is time. It is in minute. And here the distance. Okay. The distance, it is in kilometer. Okay. So x axis what we have taken? The time axis. So that is 1 centimeter equal to 5 minutes. And y axis, here distance is there. So y axis, along y axis, here 1 centimeter equal to, we can take 2 kilometers, right? In each, every time, in every 5 minutes, it has covered 2 kilometers, so that we can take 1 centimeter. And it is a convenient measurement, okay? So 1 centimeter equal to 2 kilometers, right? So now we can mark here. So here each centimeter we can mention. Okay. And the same thing here also. Right. So here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So on, you can also write many readings also, no problem. But how much we want, that much we can take benefit. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay. So these are the readings which are given here. Now we can plot the graph. So at 0th minute, 0 ನಿಮಿಷದೊಳಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು? Initially, yes, it is 0. Yes, we can mark the point here, 0. And in 5 minutes, from the starting of the journey, from the beginning of the journey to the next 5 minutes, it has covered 2 kilometer distance. So here 5 minutes we can take here. Okay. and it has covered the distance. It is 2 kilometer. Okay. And next, in the 10th minute, it has covered 4 kilometers. Yes, the 4 kilometer distance it has covered. Okay. And in the next, in 15th minute, it has covered 6 kilometers. Right? We can mention here. Yes, 6, 15. And in the 20th minute, it has covered 8 kilometers. Yes. Here it is 8 kilometers. Okay. And then 25th minute, 10 here. And is 25th minute. Yes. And 26th minute. Sorry, 30th minute. It has covered 12. Yes. So these are the distance covered by this vehicle. Okay. Now we can draw a straight line. So now to draw this, I can use this. Okay. So this is the straight line which is obtained after when we draw the graph. Okay. So here every point we have mentioned here. Okay. So this is what the graph which we get a straight line. So always when we draw the graph, if we obtain the straight line, now graph hakidmele nಮಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ straight line ಬರ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತ್ರಿ ಅದು, always it indicates, the straight line indicates the object is in the uniform motion. Now graph ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ straight line ಬಂದ್ರೆ it indicates the object is moving in the uniform motion. So it has covered the equal distance in equal intervals of time. So you can observe here, starting it will be 0. At the 0th minute, the distance covered by the object is 0. Yes. And next, again from the beginning of the journey, after when it covers 5 minutes, so in that 5 minutes, it has covered 2 kilometers. Okay. From the beginning to the 5th minute, it has covered 2 kilometers. And next to the 10th minute. Okay. So again, so 10 minus 5 is 5. So again the next 5 minutes, again it has covered 4 kilometers, means 4 minus 2 is equal to 2 kilometers. So again in the next 5 minutes also it has covered 2 kilometers. Again in the next 5 minutes, again it has covered 2 kilometers. So here the time difference also same 5 minutes and the distance also same 2 kilometers. So in every 5 minutes it has covered the distance 2 kilometers. Then it indicates that the vehicle is in the uniform motion. It is covering the equal distance in equal intervals of time. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡಿ equal time ಅನ್ನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ, 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಒಳಗೆ 2 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್. ಪ್ರತಿ 5 ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ ಈ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್? 2 kilometers. Then it is uniform. That is why we get the straight line here. Now to calculate the speed, so we know the distance and time. Now if you want to calculate the speed for this, so now we can take any of the digit here. So for example, if we take the 6, okay, so 6 kilometer you can take. So this is 6 kilometer, okay, so it will be 15. Okay, so this is 6 and 15 kilometers. So now we can know that for just we can take this point as P. Now E point na P enter the one. Okay, so now if you want to calculate the speed, so value of x-axis is what? What is the value of x-axis here? As it is 15. Yes, so value of x-axis. X-axis is equal to 15 minutes. And now to measure, here it is in kilometer and here it is in meter. So this is not a convenient to measure the speed. So now we can calculate. Now we can convert this kilometer distance and minute time into meter and seconds. So you know how to convert this into meter and seconds. So here it is there in the minute. Yes, 1 minute equal to how many seconds? 60 seconds. So 15 minutes equal to how many seconds? Yes. So if we multiply with 60, so we will get the time in seconds. So this will be 900 seconds. Okay. And now what is the distance here? 6. It is there in kilometer. So value of y-axis is 6 kilometer. So if we convert this kilometer into meter, so 1 meter equal to how many kilometers? Or sorry, 1 kilometer equal to how many meters? Yes, 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meters. So we have to multiply this 6 with 1000. So how much it becomes? It will be 6000. Okay, 6000 meter. Okay, so when we calculate it with the 1000, so it is the 600 meter. Now we get the time. This is time and this is what? The distance. So if we know the time and distance, we can calculate the speed. So speed equal to distance divided by time. So distance is 6000 and time is 9. So here what we can calculate? 6000 divided by 900. Okay, 6000 divided by 900. So these two zeros and zeros will cancel, right? So 9 ones are 9 6 are 54, and again 6 will remain, and again 9 6 are 54. The 6 only remains again. So it will be same. So that it is 6 point. So the speed can be 6.6 meter per second. So this is how, by using the graph, we can also calculate not only the distance at any instant of time, even we can calculate the speed also by using the values. And even we can calculate the speed at the point of 10 also. Yes. So here it will come 10, 25. So again we can calculate by 60. We have to multiply because we have to convert it into seconds. And kilometer is there, that we have to convert into meters by multiplying with 1000. So likewise, we can able to calculate the speed and also the distance covered by the vehicle at any instant of time by using the graphs. So for all these purposes, the graphs are very important and also they are very interesting also. Okay, so only what you have to know is you have to know all the parameters and how to take the scales, means according to our convenient. Nama convenient aguanga In this chapter we have discussed the distance time graph by using the line graph. And one more tabular column I will give. Now we have discussed about the uniform motion. When it is in the uniform motion, yes, we will get the straight line. Suppose if it is non-uniform motion, then which kind of graph we will get? Okay, that we will discuss now. In uniform motion ittandre ಏನು straight line ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Suppose ಅದು non-uniform motion ಒಳಗೆ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. So now we can take the readings as 0, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 and 600. Okay, and the distance covered is 0, 10, 40, 90, 160, 160, 250 and 360. Okay, so these are the readings. So see, the time in minute, it is okay. It is what? In the exact time intervals are there. But see the distance, how it covers. Yes. So for such graphs, how can we calculate the, how can we plot the graph? So this will be in meters and this is in seconds. Okay. Time is in seconds and distance is in meter. So now we can plot the graph. So the axis we can take now. First we have to plot the graph here. Yes. So just use the scale to draw the lines and see. It is origin. It is x-axis and this is y-axis. So the scale. So along the x-axis, it is taken that, so 1 centimeter is equal to 100 seconds. Okay, along the x-axis, 1 centimeter is 100 seconds, because our graph is not having that much space, so 1 centimeter equal to 100 seconds. And y-axis, 1 centimeter is equal to 50 meters. Because till 360 meters are there, so we can take 50 meters. Now we can mention here. Okay, so here 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 and 600. And here 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400. Okay, this is all the readings. And now we can start the 2 point out here. So in the 0 second, the distance covered is 0. And in the 100 second, it is 10. And we have to take here. 10 will be there here. So again, in this 50, we have to make, means if we make the 5 divisions, each division will be 10. So here 10. And in the 200 is 40. So just below the 50. Yes, it is at 200 it is 40. And at 300 it is 90. So 90 means it is just below this 100. 300. It is 90. And 400 it is 160. 400 graph like this. Is it a straight line? No, it is what? The curved line. The line is curved here. So it is curved line means it is what? The graph is showing. Sorry, here I did not mention the time. And here it is distance. Okay. So here, since we obtain the curved line, it indicates the non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. It means an object covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time. Intervals of time is same. Every time it is 100 seconds. But the distance covered is unequal. So if if an object covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time, that we call as the non-uniform motion. Or if the speed changes, if the speed of a vehicle go on changes, so that we call as the non-uniform motion. So since it changes, we get the curved line but not a straight line. Yes. So this is what about the graphs, how to plot the graphs, and I will conclude your motion and time chapter here. And if you have any doubts regarding this, you can contact me and clarify your doubts.